In this lesson, we'll cover the IQ8 commercial accessories. After completing this lesson, you should be able to identify the functionality of all IQ8 commercial accessories and know which EN4 to MC4 adapter cable to order. The following accessories are intended to be used in conjunction with QD cable and N-phase commercial microinverters. Male and female field wireable connectors for making up jumpers out of QD raw cable. QD terminators for insulating and waterproofing cut ends of QD cable. The QD disconnect tool, which has large enough prongs for unplugging N-phase commercial microinverters from QD cable and smaller prongs for unplugging EN4 to MC4 connections. QD sealing caps for waterproofing any plugs on the QD cable you may have skipped. QD raw cable for jumpers between arrays. Think of it as an extension for QD cable. Center tap adapters for going from the center tap plugs on QD cable to a junction box or home run or to a breaker. EN4 to MC4 adapters to go from the EN4 bulkhead on the microinverter to the MC4 plugs on a solar panel. Wire management clips to keep QD cable neat and tidy, and PV cables that you can make in the field as you need. IQ8 commercial microinverters are single module microinverters, meaning that one panel will plug into each microinverter. The bulkhead plugs on the microinverter are EN4 connectors. N-phase provides EN4 to MC4 connectors if your module has MC4 connectors on it. It's very important to plug the right side of the connector into the inverter. Please make sure that you plug the EN4 end of the connector into the microinverter and the MC4 end into the solar modules. N-phase offers 4 different DC adapter cables. The 5.9-inch EN4 to MC4 connector comes as a default with the N-phase commercial microinverters, but you can also get a 5.9-inch EN4 to blank cable so that you can install your own plug depending on the plug used by the solar module manufacturer that you're using on a project. You can also buy a 39.4-inch EN4 to MC4 adapter cable, and lastly a 39.4-inch EN4 to blank cable so that you can add your own ends to a jumper. The last accessory that we should mention is the center tapping adapter cable. Use the center tapping adapter cable to connect the center tapping connector on the QD cable to a PV sub or QD raw cable. The center tapping adapter is 11.8 inches in length. It has a 4-pole link connector on one side which should be connected to a center tap connector on the QD cable, and a 3-phase field wireable on the other side which should be used to make connections with extension cable to a PV sub panel. The 3-phase field wireables allow for connection with wire gauge from 12 to 10 AWG.